Hello everybody, hope you're well. This video, if you haven't gathered by the intro, is about VTOMAN. This is the VTOMAN Jump 2200. So let's have a closer look at it. So starting in this corner, two small barrel connectors. These are generally used for LED lights. Your standard cigarette socket, 12 volt at 10 amp. These are your inputs for your solar and for your charging. Up here you've got two USB-Cs, and down there you have some more USBs. Three main sockets, and then here that's where your jump leads fit in, and make sure you get the right jump leads for it, because I don't know if you can see it on here, but there's a little pin in there and they do two different types, so make sure you get the right one. And it's expandable as well, and again you can see this female side of one has got a little pinhole in here, but if you buy the backup battery of this, which are also on offer, it comes with a lead. Now people will say, you don't like them with a handle on the top, Dave, it takes up too much room. Well, this is quite a good design because all the features are on the front. There's a fan on either side, but it takes up a bit of space for this fitting in the cupboard. There's two Allen screws holding that on. You can see that. You can actually take that off if you want to fit it into a cupboard. You need to have access to this because it doesn't come with an app. It does come with a light on the back. And the good thing about this, it's a recessed switch. There has been some units that come out that this switch is proud. So if you was to put it in a cupboard, you can switch the light on and you wouldn't really know apart from the display. But this one's reset. Simple display, how much is in there, how long it will last, and when it's charging it tells you how much power is going in. You can charge it from solar, and you can charge it from mains, and you can charge it from a car socket. So in the box, with it being an older version, you don't just get a mains lead, you get a power brick, and it is quite a big brick. But that's one of the compromises of having such great value for this unit. You get a cigarette charging lead. It will take a long time to charge that, but you can put some in as you're driving along. You get a USB-C to USB standard and two-ended USB-C cable. A little instruction book and some information about your warranty. And they come in a little case to keep all your cables together, which I do like, because once you've got a number of different bits of kit, you're thinking which lead goes with which. You should never keep it in a box. But let's see how good it is. It's coming up to lunchtime. Let's see if it runs electric kettle, and I've brought a sandwich to toast as well. So there's our sandwich toaster come grill and our electric kettle, and it should, with this being 2200 watts, it should power those no problem whatsoever. Oh, forgot to switch the kettle on. There we go. It's not completely full, it's at 88% capacity, and it'll say it'll run this for 0.8 hours. It's currently using 1366 watts, but the kettle will boil in a minute or so, and the sandwich toaster, once it's up to speed, doesn't take long. So sandwich is in, cheese and onion toasty, get that going, squash it down, kettle's nearly boiled. While this is cooking, let's just pop back to the cottage and check this unit on our off-grid setup. So if you've seen my videos before, we always test it on our off-grid link, and this system here, the mains comes in, goes through the mains fuse, through the meter, and then comes down here to this transfer switch. And this transfer switch enables us to switch from the main outside power to a generator or a power supply. And then that goes back up to the main fuse box, bottom fuse box in there. And that's always a good test to see how good these inverters are. So we'll switch this over to the generator, which is on this now, and we'll switch this on. Power it up, so that's running now, and in here we've got a light on, the TV, the internet. I think that's about it at the moment, but the test for this is how good the inverter is. So the inverter in this, if it's a poor inverter, the fuses will be switched off, and they haven't, they've stayed on, which is always a good test. Back over to mains power. So it's just finishing boiling, and the toasted sandwich is nearly done as well. I brought a sandwich with me this time, but sometimes I'll go to a garage or a shop and buy a cheese sandwich and toast it in the toaster. Does anybody else do that? So our kettle's boiled, sandwich is done, used 8%. Now to recharge this, because it's got the solar inputs on it, you can obviously plug a solar panel in, and they do kits where you can buy this by itself with a solar panel with an extension battery, and all those are on special offer at the moment. But you can also link this to a Charger 1 system. So if you've seen my previous videos, the Charger 1 system is just a game changer. So with the Charger 1 system being able to use on almost any power pack, it will work on this one as well. So you could charge this up really quickly from your alternator using a Charger 1 system. So there's a lot to be said for this unit. Pure sine wave inverter. So it's safe to use with electrical devices like my laptop. The laptop's only using 60, 70 watts, 65 watts, and it'll say now it'll run it for 21, 22 hours.
So VTOMAN have put all the specifications on the side of the box, which makes life really easy for me. It is expandable. You can expand this to 3096 watt hours with an additional battery. As I say, it's a LiFeO4 Pro battery. Pure sound wave inverter to 4400 watts. That's with the expansion battery. Here's some of the other specs on there. You can freeze frame this and have a look through it. It's not over heavy as this one, so it's 17.5 kilograms, which is 38.5 pounds. As you'll have seen, I'd have put a lot of these specs in the video at the beginning on the intro. But if you want to freeze frame and have a look at any of those specs on there, there it is. So there you have the VTOMAN 2200 Jump. Really versatile piece of kit. Decent size quality battery in it. You can start your vehicle from it, and you can start some big vehicles from it. It's expandable. The things you don't get with this, it's got no app, so you have to be accessible to the front to use the functions. It does have a charging brick. The fans are not as quiet as they could be, but for this kind of price and the quality of this is a really good unit. And particularly if you was to link this with a Charger 1 to an alternator system, if you can use it in your car or your van, it'd be perfect for that. Perfectly okay running cooking appliances, as long as you get the low wattage appliances. Great as a backup in the house, great in the garage. If you want to get yourself a great value power pack, get out there quick and get yourself one. Because the price of this compared to equivalent other units that might just have one mains lead, not a power pack, and the fans might be a bit quieter and it might have an app, are significantly more. So that just leaves me to say thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.